Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Hey, look, we're only two subscribers away from 4K. When that number hits 4K, this camera will go 4K. But I'm not ordering it until I see 4,000 on there. So share the show with your friends. All right, so tonight's beer, another one I got on 𝓕𝓻. I feel like I haven't done a 𝓕𝓻 beer in a while. This is from Fair State Brewing Cooperative, or Fair State Co-op. Zoomie Catcher Barleywine Ale, a modern barley wine with Chinook and Cascade hops, 10.2 ABV, canned last October, right before Halloween, pretty fresh. So I pour it into the glass, and that is a beautiful, clear, like dark copper. I would call it like a very dark copper color. And actually, for a barley wine, you get quite a bit of a kind of a beige, almost yellow foam on there. All right, so let's give this thing a smell. For the first split second there, when I smelled it, I was like, "Yeah, this is barley wine." But then the hops came in, so it kind of smells like an intense. Kind of reminds me of like Dogfish 90 Minutes because it's very, very piney, resiny. But I can also smell the malty, that strong, sweet malty base you wouldn't normally get in an American IPA. Yeah, so I'm smelling those Chinook, Cascade, almost a little Centennial, almost a little green tea. I wouldn't say it smells quite as hoppy as an IPA, but I mean, going off the aroma alone, yeah. It kind of reminds me of like Sierra Nevada Bigfoot just off the aroma. I can pick up that ABV. It's nice, clean alcohol presence, but hopefully it tastes as good as it looks and smells. Cheers. All right. Well, I saw on the website they said they were going for like an English American barley wine hybrid. I would say this is like 90% American. I would say it's not nearly as hoppy as Sierra Nevada Bigfoot, but it is pretty darn hoppy. Yeah. So the malt base here, I would say, is the most prominent feature, which is pretty normal, which is still and actually expected for a barley wine. I would call it. It's kind of a slightly nutty, but a little more toffee or rustic kind of flavor. Definitely, it's the sweetness of malt. It's like it's not the sweetness of like a confectionery flavor. So I mean, I guess you could call it like really, really bready. But at the same time, I'm getting those C hops in there. So I'm getting. It's kind of like I said, kind of like 90-minute, or think of like actually Pliny or Blind Pig, like I just had, like those are very, very piney beers. This one is like a little bit more to the extent of like, where it's like sticky, sappy resin kind of pine, and not just like pine needles, like the Russian River beers, where it has almost like a minty kind of quality. I think that's from the Chinook hops. If I pay attention, I can like get that English ale yeast kind of terroir character. I think it was slightly, just a real faint like butterscotch kind of flavor, which might be a little diacetyl, which is fairly normal for English ale yeast strains. It just depends how long they let it ferment for. Otherwise, it's the English character there is a little faint. But like I said, it's probably like to me it's like 90% American barley wine. I would say that the way it's like English is just like the actual bitterness on here is like pretty tame compared to a Sierra Nevada Bigfoot. Bigfoot is like so intense. I think that beer should actually, like, when it's fresh, it's an American strong ale. When it's aged a year or two, then it's an American barley wine. Yeah, for 10.2 ABV, not surprisingly, this is a full body. I don't know if I go as far as say chewy, but very big, soft, smooth, but not creamy. This has quite a bit of carbonation to it. In fact, I'd say it's probably about moderate or moderately high carbonated. So, full body and plenty of carbonation as well. Everything lingers here. The hops linger, the malts linger, the alcohol lingers. Nice aftertaste on this one. I'm surprised. By the way, I got this beer on 𝓕𝓻. It was fairly cheap. I think it was like $5.99 or $6.99. So if you want to sign up with 𝓕𝓻, use my link in the description below That'll get you $10 off your first purchase and let them know I sent you. With these numbers, I'm getting so close to the influencer program. All right, so the score for the Fair State Zoomie Catcher. By the way, I like this one. It's not quite as good as some of the better IPA or barley wines I've had, English or American. But this is a nice kind of, like, if Sierra Nevada Bigfoot is too intense for you, like, this is a good alternative to that. I would probably give this a 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's kind of like in an A- kind of range. I wouldn't really age this at all, since it's really not that hoppy, and it's, the alcohol is already clean on it. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Zoomie Catcher. Check it out on Tavour. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for Chaz Beer Podcast. Cheers. The one time I want the cats to be in the video and they're sleeping in the other room.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.